We can go across to France 24's Bénédicte Paviot in London. Good afternoon, Bénédicte. Are things as close to normal as we can get?
Well, they're the closest to normal in a very long time. So let's be clear, we're talking about England, one of the four nations that makes up the UK. There are different rates of lifting restrictions in Scotland, in Northern Ireland and in Wales. But here in England, face coverings and COVID passes are no longer legally required since this morning. So that, for some people, is very good news. For others, it will be more worrying news. Certainly the PM's official spokesman said mask wearing would now be, quote, a matter of personal judgment. As for the Prime Minister himself, he's tweeted about it. And of course, he's pleased to be talking about this lifting of restrictions amongst his many political woes and fighting for his political survival. But Mr. Johnson said that the measures were being lifted thanks to the success, the big success of the vaccine rollout, also National Health Service staff and the public response. So some shops, it has to be said, such as major companies like Sainsbury's, John Lewis and Waitrose, have actually said that they will continue to ask their customers in England to wear masks. Also, public transport, interestingly, such as bus and train companies, they're going to still be asking passengers to wear masks. But rail operators say that passengers, although expected to wear a face mask, won't be forced to. They'll be encouraged to. So I think that's an interesting one. As far as public health guidance, it is important to note, however, that urging people to wear a face covering in crowded and close spaces when coming into contact with strangers will, in fact, remain. Organisations, companies can also choose if they require COVID passes from those visiting their venues, although they're no longer compulsory legally. And as for the work from home guidance and advice on face masks in secondary school classrooms, well, they've already been dropped. So all of that means that there is a real, yes, you're right, back to more normal life. Yesterday, the UK reported just over 102,000 cases. So it's all about being clear-eyed, says Mr. Javid, the Health Secretary, needing to learn to live with COVID. And if you haven't already been vaccinated with your first, second or booster jab, come and get it.
Bénédicte, thank you very much for that. Bénédicte Paviot reporting that for us from London.